Okay, so in a lot of your problems, you're given RPMs, and that's a way of expressing speed. So we need to be able to convert RPMs to meters per second. And then a lot of our problems give a period. What is a period? RPMs means revolutions per minute. Okay, so what that means is we're talking about a circular motion. So we're going around in a circle. And we're going to go around that circle how many times in 1 minute? So we're going around the circle how many times per minute? So if we were given, like in my day, we used to have record players, and we would have 33 and a third RPMs. Okay, which means it would go 33 and a third times around in 1 minute. So it's revolutions, how many times around in a minute. And then if you think about what speed is, okay, remember we measure our speed in meters per second, so that's going to be our distance divided by our time, correct? So what distance are we traveling? Well, it's a circle. Okay, this is an equation you can put on your equation sheet. Whoops, this one. Okay, because we often forget the equation for the circumference of a circle. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So you can go ahead and put that one on your equation sheet. So that would be the distance for one time around. This is one time around. So if I was going 33 and a third RPMs, I'm going 33 and a third times around that circle. Okay, and that would be my distance. So it's how many RPMs times, that's one time around. That would be how far you went. And yes, you want to make sure that you convert your radius, whatever you're given. So convert this radius into meters. Make sure it's in meters. And then you want your time to be in seconds. Well, this is revolutions per minute. How many seconds are in a minute? 60 seconds. So this whole thing, okay, and this is not an equation that you should put on your equation sheet. You should be able to reason this one out. But we have that our velocity is our distance divided by our time. Okay? 2 pi r was one time around times the number of RPMs, because that's how many times around we go in those 60 seconds. You should be able to reason that whole thing out. Okay? I'll be very sad if I see this on somebody's equation sheet. I'm sorry. Because, the goal is to not have you use derived equations. This is our equation. Distance divided by time. You can figure out the distance, and it's 60 minutes, or 60 seconds, because it's per minute. Okay? All right, so that's revolutions per minute. There's a couple of ways we could do it. The equation, this equation's one. That's one way we could do it. Another way we could do it is that we're given, let's say we're given 33 and 1/3 revolutions per minute. So we can use dimensional analysis. And we know that one revolution is 2 pi r, the circumference. And then we know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. And you'll see that we end up doing the same math that we were doing. This is the number of revolutions, number of RPMs, times 2 pi r divided by 60. But this is using dimensional analysis where our units cancel and our r is in meters, so we end up with meters per second. So that's how we can find the velocity from our RPMs. So now to answer the second question, what is a period? Okay, so the period is the time for one revolution. How long does it take to go around our circle one time? Okay, technically it's one cycle because you also have periods for waves, and it's how long it takes for one wave to go past. In circular motion, it's one revolution, but it has applications in other things, so technically it's going to be one cycle, and we're going to see that again next semester. So that's basically what it is. So how do we do that? If we are doing 33 1/3 revolutions per minute, okay? That means we're doing 33 1/3 revolutions in a minute. 33 1/3 revolutions in 60 seconds. If we want to know how long one revolution is, we would just flip this over. So we would say it takes 60 seconds to do 33 1/3 revolutions, and that'll give us seconds per revolution, which is basically seconds for one revolution. So see how that works? So there's a few applications of this that you are going to find in problems that you do. So just, it's a reasoning thing. It's once you know what a period is and you really think about our circular motion things, then you have an idea of how to reason out the answer. All right, so go apply these things and good luck.